been following the stories in the book of Genesis. We're up to chapter 25, which is the story of Abraham sending his servant to find a wife for his son Isaac. So he comes upon the place where Abraham's family lives and says to the Lord, "Please show me a sign I can understand or see that this is according to your will." And so he predicts that a woman will come and he'll ask for water to be given to him, and the woman will say, "And may I also give water to your camels?" And if that happens, the servant says to himself, "This will be a sign that the Lord has prospered me along the way." So she said, "Drink, and I will also draw for your camels." So she runs and tells her parents about this man who has presented her with gifts. And then the man tells all what he was doing, and then finally asks if she will return to marry his servant's son, Isaac. They called Rebekah and said to her, "Will you go with this man?" And she said, "I will go." So they sent away Rebekah and her sister and her nurse with Abraham's servant and his men. And they blessed Rebekah, and they said to her, "O sister, may you become the mother of thousands and 10,000s, and may your descendants possess the gates of those who hate them." So Rebekah and her maids arose, and they rode upon camels, and they followed the man, and they departed. And Isaac came from the way of Beer-lahai-roi, and he dwelt in the south. And Isaac went out, meditating in the field in the evening. He lifted up his eyes and looked, and there were camels coming. Rebekah lifted up her eyes, and she alighted off the camel, for she saw the man coming. And she said to the servant, "Who is this man walking in the field to meet us?" The servant said, "It is my master." So she took a veil and covered herself. And then the servant told Isaac all the things that he had done, and Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent. And there he took Rebekah, and she became for him his wife, and he loved her. And so Isaac was comforted after his mother's death. Amen. Oftentimes this story is called the betrothal of Isaac and Rebekah. Isaac and Rebekah. It's the betrothal story, although it doesn't talk about there being a service like a betrothal service that we have in church. But it's about a woman who really wanted to get married, and how the Lord provided for that, and a man who really wanted to get married, and how the Lord provided for that, and how it happened in a miraculous way. The Lord was taking care of it day by day, week by week, month by month, providing for there to be this heavenly loving state, this heavenly loving thing going on between this man and this woman. Now for our little children who are in the state of life they're in right now, and the subject material being way up in the heavens, you're still receiving good ideas and good true things from the Lord to help us remember that He wants all of us to really be in a state of love, like the kind of love we see when our parents are getting along really well. The kind of love we see when people who are trying to love each other are getting along and trying to provide for the best that they can get from the Lord. And as our recitation talks about everything the angels receive, they know it's a gift. And everything the Lord can give them, they receive, thanking the Lord for the good things that they have, and that they have everything they need. So when we think about our future and we think about being married, many of us are married. We want the Lord to give us the best things that we can receive. And in fact, He wants to give us those best things. So this story of Isaac and Rebekah reminds us of the Lord providing for there to be an order, providing for there to be a kind of love and a good progression, a good way of coming into that love the Lord gives us that is the most important love of heaven. That is the love between a husband and a wife.